So Simon, how do you sum up your feelings after this defeat?
Well, of course, we're disappointed that we've lost the football match against obviously a very strong team, very strong squad. But when you lose a match, you sort of ask the players, are you going to leave everything out on the pitch? Are you going to work your socks off? Are you going to do this to a real positive aspect? And that's what we asked the players before the game, and they did that today. That it wasn't through being working hard or giving everything and running around and desire and hunger that we lost the game. It was just circumstances sort of change at times. Look, they're a good team, we know that, and there's lots of aspects that we worked on to stop them from playing that worked well. There's other instances where they are good and they pop it around at times, but yeah, look, there's lots of positives to take from the game, but it's very difficult to accept that when you've lost the game again.
So you're satisfied with the desire from your players?
Yeah, look, I think anybody can see that the players were giving it all. They were running around, they were tackling, we had them quite penned in that second half especially, and we made blocks, we defended well at times, we headed things, cleared things, goalkeeper make saves. So all that side of the game, I've got a fault with it. It's just been a little bit more positive, a bit more ruthless when we need to get that goal, that opportunity, and you saw when Vane came on that he was ruthless in the back of the net.
Yeah, that's 2 goals off the bench for Vane now. You must be happy with the impact that he's making off the bench. Yeah,
look, that's why we brought him to the club. We knew that he's got good pedigree, good experience, good appetite and good hunger. And it has been a patient game for everybody. That, of course, the supporters will probably thinking why we're not starting him and stuff, but physically he's not been in that capability to do that. So we feel now that he's getting very, very close to that, whether it's the FA Cup tie or the next league game, that he'll be fully up to speed, because we've got a week's training this week before the next game and then another week after that. So very close and made an impact which you want him to do.
If you were to ballpark when he would be ready, is it still just that?
No, look, I think it won't be too far away from the weekend, so we'll just assess how him and others are training this week. But yeah, all you can ask him to do is come on, make an impact. All substitutions, that's all the question you ask him to do. And he scored 2 in 2, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more goals for him.
2 debuts today. We'll start with Michael. What was it that made you give him his first start today?
Well, I just looked at him in training before we brought him as well, that he's got something different to what we've got in the team. I thought we could get at him, being positive. He's got pace, he's got a lovely left foot. He's positive in terms of taking people on but getting shots off, and you saw first half he had 2 or 3 shots. So yeah, we brought him for that reason, and he just run out of a bit of steam, to be fair. After an hour, he's not played men's football at all, so there was that. And obviously the next debut was George Evans in goal, who only joined us Friday morning, so he hardly knew his teammates, but again shows a level of quality that we've gone and searched for, and delighted how we performed. Made some great saves, kicked really well, and he'll be really pleased with his performance.
Yeah, he was kind of thrown in the deep end in the time in terms of how short of a time he's had to adjust. Do you still reckon he got on well? Oh
yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I think that's credit to sort of him, that he's tried to make himself really familiar and welcome with the defenders and the group, but also the group making him familiar and feeling comfortable with the situation. So he's got good pedigree, played in the Championship. That's why we brought him into the club.
Still creating chances. What would you say is missing between the creation and the finishing?
Put it in the back of the net. I think that's about it. Pretty obvious answer in a way, but well, there was times today where we played some really good stuff, 1 touch, 2 touch, and getting into real key areas. And then, if you've been overcritical of the attacking players, we worked the goalkeeper, but we didn't work him where he had to make outstanding saves. A lot of saves were made straight down into his midriff, etc. So maybe it's an area that we still need to concentrate on, the technical side of finishing and the composure and the confidence as well, I suppose.
What else will you take from today and highlight as a key point to improve?
Look, that we kept going, that we never sort of give it in when we're 1-0 down. And you look at the first goal, just going on to that it could have been debated that they should have thrown it back to us because the ball was flat. But that's part and parcel of football, unfortunately. But yeah, it was an instance where we maybe could have not have resulted in us conceding. But I think we didn't give up. We kept going. We worked extremely hard. We were positive. We tried to stop them from playing, and we asked them questions. And they're a good group. They're a good team. They are. They've got some really talented players, and we've really not allowed them too many clear opportunities on today.
And into the cup next with games with Trinity, how will you look to approach that?
Well, the same as we approach every game. It's all about sort of making sure that everything is ready for the preparation. Tuesday or this week's training, we want to be in the first round of the FA Cup, which the club's not done for a couple of years, and also we want to stop the rot of the defeats that we've had recently.